Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, October 20th, 2025 at 6 p.m. The Freetown Police Station. With the quorum being present, I'll call to order the Freetown Board of Selectmen meeting. Tonight's meeting will be recorded and will be available on the town's YouTube page. So we'll kick it right off with agenda item 1. This is for open session minutes from September 29th, 2025. Any questions or concerns on this?
No. No.
So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the open session minutes from 9/29/2025.
Motion made?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda item 2. This is discussion of vote whether to accept a donation from Scott and Donna Timms to the library in the sum of $100. And we're going to make this to the library donation account.
Perfect.
Any questions or concerns with that?
No, that was very nice of them.
Thank you very much, Scott and Donna Timms. We appreciate it. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to accept the donation from Scott and Donna Timms to the library donation account for the sum of $100.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda item 3, this is discussion and vote on awarding the printed trash bags for 2025 through 2028. It looks like we requested multiple bids. We only got one bid back. So there's 3 companies we reached out to: Interboro Packaging Corp., Unipack Corp., and Waste Zero. The first 2 did not, or emailed and said no bid.
I sent it out to 10 different companies.
Okay.
And so these are, the no bids are
The ones that
considered
actually got back to
responses.
you.
Yeah, so these are the 3
Yeah.
that got back to me.
And Waste Zero just is the company we currently have.
Correct.
So I think it's important, just for the record, that we do get a lot of complaints, unfortunately, about the trash bags, and we understand that. And every year, we do reach out to multiple companies, or every time the contract is up, and we can only go with, who bids for them, so. That's that. And then is the price going up substantially? I saw the price in here, there's a lot going on. I guess it's just like for the same, year over year, or contract over contract, is it substantially increasing?
I don't think it did.
Not that we have much of a choice anyways, but,
And they're on the state
They're
bid list.
they're on the state
You here
bid
for
list
this?
as well.
Okay.
And they're the only one that
Here
does
for
the
this?
flexible material.
By any chance?
No,
No,
just
okay.
the main meeting.
Okay, all right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure
No.
because it was something that was bid on, so, sorry.
Yeah, it looks
All
like
right.
it's, looks like it's five bags per roll for $6.25 for the small, and the large is 5 for $12.50. So it looks like it's the same.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
That's
the
what we're
actual,
charging.
the cost.
Okay. Oh, the cost
Yeah.
of purchase. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So any questions or concerns on this?
No, it is what it is, unfortunately.
No, these are the updated bags. So we took the feedback we received from the residents and made sure that we changed the bags so that they wouldn't break as often. So if you notice them now, they're in different packaging, they're stronger material, they're more stretchable. So it'll alleviate the need to package from another bag, right? So what we were doing before was one bag and you put that bag in and then put it inside the trash. So this should alleviate some of that. So
The
it's
old
good news for the environment.
Okay. All right.
call.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to award the printed trash bags for 2025 through 2028 contract to Waste Zero.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now, agenda item 4 is just the agreement for, with Waste Zero. So, with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Waste Zero LLC for printed trash bags effective 10/21/2025 through 10/20/2028.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, agenda item 5, this is discussion and vote awarding the Council on Aging parking lot improvements bid. We got 2 bids back on this one. One of them was substantially lower than the other, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
There's so much in our packet related to the trash bags, it's like 50 pages.
You had one bid for $519,775, and the other was $352,500, which was JH Landscaping and Construction.
Yeah, wow, so that's a huge delta there. All right, and did this have to go through the whole process of the bids being evaluated and everything? Okay, great. All right, so any questions or concerns?
No, it's a
No.
no-brainer.
Yeah, it's gonna look great.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to award the Council on Aging parking lot improvements bid to J&H Landscaping and Construction, Inc.
Motion made?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then agenda item 6 is just the agreement associated with that. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and JH Landscaping and Construction for the Council on Aging parking lot improvements.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, agenda item 7, discussion and vote whether to approve the following policies, and these are listed A through D on the agenda. So it's the vehicle use policy is A, then we have global positioning systems, vehicle tracking, B, C is security camera policy, and D is abuse and misconduct prevention policy.
Yeah, I just have a couple on vehicle, and I printed it out, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring it, but on vehicle use policy, when it talks about, not operating under the influence, it says employees may not operate the town vehicles while under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs. I added marijuana in there because it's legal now, but we don't want them operating under it, so I added the word marijuana. And then on number 19 here, it says the town vehicles are to be used for conducting town business only within town limits. I took that out because sometimes
Sometimes
they
you gotta go to
get-
Fall River, you gotta go to
yeah,
New Bedford,
they're gonna get parts or whatever, so they can only be used for town business, so clearly if they're going out of town, it should be for town business, but I'm not gonna restrict them to the town of Freetown. Lots of times we have highway personnel going for parts all over the place. So I did make those 2 minor adjustments, I apologize, I printed it and forgot it at the office, but, so you'll be approving it subject to those 2 minor changes.
Yep.
So the number, the town limits one, did you remove that they need permission to drive out of the town?
Yeah,
All right,
I
good.
just removed that language because,
Okay, altogether. I
Yeah, it's
got it.
just because
The
it's town
department
business is
has-
all encompassing.
No, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure, because if we removed that first part, but then still needed them to get permission,
yeah, I would like somebody at the highway department, obviously, they're gonna get the permission of the highway surveyor, their supervisor, but I have other department heads that run their own departments. They're not, I mean, if it's for town business, it's for town business.
Yeah, no, we
So,
don't need
I don't
them,
really,
yeah.
it's not been an issue, and I didn't wanna leave it in there.
agree.
It just wasn't applicable for how we operate, and sometimes people have to go out of the town to do their jobs.
Now, do any of these have to be negotiated with the unions?
Yeah, so once you approve them, I will then send them off to the unions and ask them for their, to negotiate with
Yep.
me, impact bargain, as we call it. So,
Yep.
yes, that will be in the next step. So there's
Okay.
still a process here, but at least we have something in writing at this point, because we all, there's a lot of town vehicles that are being operated. And there's other stuff, the GPS, and then the security cameras are all fairly new this year, so
Yeah.
just what we use the information for, what it is, and abuse and misconduct is just that,
Well, yeah, if we don't have one of these, it's gonna come up and be,
Right.
yeah.
So these are policies that have just been lacking, I think. So I will go to the unions now. They've all been vetted through town council, myself, and we'll then send them off to the union.
Okay, any questions or concerns?
No?
No, these are great.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the policies listed A through D in the agenda, with the changes Debbie recommended, related to the vehicle use policy. And for her to send those to the unions for negotiation.
Motion made?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's so nice not needing to do roll
I
call
know, I'm
votes.
loving it.
Goes by much
I
smoother.
So
want to
much
say
faster.
roll call.
I know.
I know. Keep forgetting it.
Agenda item 8, this is discussion and vote whether to call a special town meeting on Monday, January 26, 2026, at the Aponequid Regional High School, beginning at 6 PM. And so Aponequid's, obviously, this date works for them.
No.
Everyone's good with this?
Yep.
There's no holiday or anything we're not thinking of on January 26th?
Nope.
Not yet.
I think the weekend before, right?
Correct.
And I'll be out of the country the week before too, so I'll be getting back on that Saturday. This happens every time we have town meeting.
Yeah.
Come back from
I just figured it's
vacation.
gonna be the first blizzard in a decade.
very strong
That's
possible.
the date.
Right. Let's use our luck.
Okay. All right, so everyone good with this?
Yes.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to call a special town meeting on Monday, January 26th, 2026, at the Aponequid Regional High School at 6 PM.
Motion made?
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, now we have the timeline. That's agenda item 9. So on 10/20, which is tonight, we vote on the timeline and call the meeting. We're also going to open submission of the warrants. Is that on our agenda? Yes, it is. That's next. So tonight also, we'd open submissions for the warrant on 10/21 at 8 AM through 11/21/2025 at 11 AM. Then tomorrow, there'll be physical postings at the town hall, police, fire, and juniors convenience store and libraries. Also tomorrow, we'll do a Facebook and website posting. On 12/1, warrants on the Board of Selectmen agenda to approve and close warrants for submissions and approval to be sent to Town Council and Finance Committee. Then on 12/15, warrants on the Board of Selectmen agenda for discussion and vote to open, approve, finalize, and close the warrant. And then on 12/16, send final version of the warrant to the Finance Committee. All right, then we have warrants given to the Town Council for posting on 1/7/2026. And then warrants get posted publicly no later than 1/9/2026. This timeline seem reasonable?
It does.
It does.
Okay. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the proposed timeline for the special town meeting on January 26, 2026.
A motion made?
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and next is just open the special town meeting warrants for submissions. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to open the special town meeting warrant for submissions on 10/21/2025 at 8 AM, and it'll be open through 11/21/2025 at 11 AM.
A motion made?
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on to agenda item 11, we have some snowplow applications. These are our first two.
They are.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. How many do we need? Like 40?
Well, yeah,
I
but
think
it's just
32.
more sad that means winter's coming, so,
Sad for a couple of reasons.
yeah.
Okay, so the two applications we have are Nate's Oil Burner Service, Inc. and Wayne Cruteau. Is that one kind of right?
I believe so.
All right, and so they provided all the required documentation. They, insurance, all that stuff. It all looked good.
Lola vetted them
There's
very
also
well.
so much. All right, great. Well, at least we got two. It's a
Start.
step in the right direction. And obviously, this is at that new rate that we agreed on last time, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it actually is marked on those.
I see that, yeah. All right, great. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the two snow plow applications listed in the agenda for the winter 2025 and 2026.
Motion made?
I second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, agenda item 12, this is discussion and vote whether to authorize the community program director to publish and maintain an online interactive map of participating opt-in addresses for the holiday home decorating contest and approve the date of the contest as the following. A, registration deadline is Sunday, December 14th. B, voting period, Tuesday, December 16th through Monday, December 22nd. And C, winners announced Tuesday, December 23rd. That looks good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bring on the lights.
yep.
And how do we actually do that? Like, and we must have, we did this in the past, right?
Yeah,
It's like a map.
Kelly does it, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all
It
on
was like
Facebook.
like a electronic map on the internet, and it puts pins where they are located, so people, you agree and you opt in to say.
then they vote online,
You can come
too.
to my house, and they vote online.
Obviously.
Yeah. And they have
We
pictures
have
of
them
them.
posted, like, we put them on the town's Facebook and whatnot as well.
Cool. All right, sweet.
It's cool.
Any questions or concerns?
No, it's good stuff.
Let's do it.
Okay, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to authorize the community program director to publish and maintain an online interactive map of participating opt-in addresses for the holiday home decorating contest and approve the timeline as stated in the agenda.
Motion made?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, agenda item 13. Discussion of vote on what to do with the town offices services hours for the Friday after Thanksgiving, in observation of Christmas and New Year's holiday. This is one that comes up every year. So,
Christmas
because
and New
New
Thanksgiving,
Year's is on a Thursday.
Year's. Okay.
so do we have people come back in for Friday?
Excuse me, and we've always just, we've closed the town hall to the public
But a lot of people will come in and
and
still
allow
work.
the employees to work if they want to work.
Yep.
And the reason being is we have no way of knowing who will take personal time and who won't. And if, I'm probably half-staffed that day, so if you come to the town hall, you might not get service. And it's more frustrating for the public if we stay open and yet they come down and there's nobody there to help them.
Yep,
So this has been the protocol.
this rings a lot of bells, I remember this now.
Yes, I don't work for the Friday after Thanksgiving, but I use personal time. But some people enjoy it because they can get caught up on work or whatever. And they want to save their time for other things.
Okay, so close to the public on Friday, got that one. Then Christmas, Xmas, I just had, I wrote
Christmas
Xmas
and New
down.
Year's were closed, so,
Is the question around the surrounding days?
I think it's just the fact that it was a Thursday for the holiday, and it would put it in that same category. Are people going to come in for 4 hours on the Friday or not?
I wouldn't be inclined to change the Friday schedule.
For Christmas?
Yeah, well, for New Year's, for sure.
When is New Year's also?
Yeah, they're all gonna line up on
That's
a
weird.
Thursday.
Yeah, is that how it works?
Only
something
when,
out?
Yeah.
Only
Thanksgiving's
when.
always on Thursday,
Yeah,
but the other ones
Thanksgiving's always on
rotate.
Thursday, so when Christmas and New Year's are always on the same day, but the other one's not. Well,
And you know, we're only open half days anyway, but and the day after New Year's, I would definitely be open.
You have the town office open?
I would, and I don't know about the day after Christmas, that's a tricky one, but,
it's a double-edged sword because you almost think you're gonna run into the same issue you just talked about with Thanksgiving. But there's also might be a lot of residents who are off that wanna try and come in, and we just did it after Thanksgiving, but I
yeah.
mean,
I would tend to leave it open, I'll deal with what I have to deal with if. I mean,
So you think you should, you're suggesting leave it open for Christmas and New Year's
New
Eve?
Year's. Christmas, close Christmas, open the Friday after Christmas. Christmas Eve, we
We
closed at 4 last year, did we close early?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so either. Or did we close 2 hours early? Did we close at 2?
I would suggest that if we were gonna do anything, it would be with Christmas Eve, because a lot of people do have Christmas parties, so I would be more inclined to being open the day after
think we
Christmas, but
closed-
closing, because no one's coming into town hall at, I wanna say no one, most people are not coming into town hall at 3:30 on Christmas Eve.
Just see what my schedule
Yeah, I
is.
think we might have closed a couple hours early, and then we gave Highway the equivalent, because they only work till 3, so we
That
gave
sounds
them
familiar.
to leave at 1.
Yeah, see, that's what I would be more inclined to do, and I know that that date's not on the agenda, so we might have to vote on it at a separate time, but that's my thoughts.
Or we left an hour
As
early.
offices close at 3 PM on
3
December
o'clock.
24th last year.
So we close at 3, and then Highway, we close at 2, because they only work. So that's what we did last year.
Yeah. So, yeah, that works for me.
I think we can vote on this because it just says for the
Yeah.
Friday after Thanksgiving in observation of Christmas and New Year holidays. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
So just to make sure we're all on the same page, so Friday after Thanksgiving, closed to the public on the Friday. Christmas, on Christmas Eve, we close at 3 PM. And on the Friday after, it's open to the public. Right, no change. I don't have to really say it, there's no change. So just, the only modification for Christmas is that on Christmas Eve will close at 3 PM, and then New Year's, nothing?
Yep,
Do
and
anything on
then
New
the
Year's.
highway department will
Yeah,
leave it to, I'm just.
okay,
Highway will close at 2.
okay. That works for me. Carlos, go with that?
I'm good.
All right.
Yep.
So with that, I'll entertain a motion to have the town offices closed to the public on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and to have a early, the office closed at 2 PM for the highway department and 3 PM for the other town offices on Christmas Eve.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. All
I might
right.
get some requests from the library, because
I'm
they're
gonna-
on different hours too, but we'll follow up with that. if
Yeah,
they do.
that we can just, now I'm gonna kick it over to personnel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Personnel Board, item agenda 14, discussion and vote whether to approve the appointment of Toby Christian to the Soil Conservation Board effective 9/22/2025 through 6/30/2026. It's a good thing to have extra people and more bodies in these boards. So this is just another routine individual coming in and wanted to be part of the community. So I don't see, looking at the application, I don't see any reason why Toby isn't a great candidate.
Perfect.
Any
Encourage it.
concerns, questions, comments?
Not at all.
All right. That said, I entertain the motion to approve the appointment of Toby Christian to the Soil Conservation Board effective 9/22/2025 through 6/30/2026.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, kick it off to you, Selectman Zager.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Agenda item number 15, discussion and vote on which option, paint or flooring system to finish the pickleball basketball court at Hathaway Park. So currently, what we basically have is an asphalt square, but in order for it to be lined and properly used, it would need some covering. And there was really two different options that were proposed to us. There was one that was like a grinding of the asphalt with almost like a paint type material that would go over the top of it. And then another one that was like a flooring system that goes on the top of it. The nice part with the flooring system is it seems much more durable. And then if any cracks or anything happen underneath with the asphalt, it's not as affected as easily.
Have you been down there? It's like a really smooth cement material, right? Am I?
It's poured
Yeah.
concrete.
Well, concrete,
Yeah.
yeah, rather, I don't know
It's
why
like-
I'm
it's like
saying asphalt,
polished,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs to be ground down, right? And that would be the issue. So, they're both right at the same
I think these
price.
look cool, like the system, like that, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It-
Looks cool,
Like,
yeah.
does it, like, I see they have a basketball court. Like, can you actually play basketball in that though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was one of my
You know what I
first
mean? Like-
questions is because we've talked, people still there playing basketball with it. We don't want to limit it to just
Pickleball.
one thing. So it's being used on a lot of basketball courts. So what you're seeing in the packet is that, those systems being used currently in basketball
And
courts.
I think they look great too, and I'm sure if there is any damage, it seems easier to replace what gets damaged, right?
It comes with a 15-year warranty. My only concern for that area is it is prone to flooding, right? So are we ramjetting it into the concrete?
Gotta be, I
right?
assume,
Yeah,
right?
That's what I assume. My concern is it floods and then now we have a floating basketball court somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I mean, I.
Don't want that.
Yeah.
Then I started thinking about the veteran work-off program. Can they just paint it? Looking at Amazon, looking at a 5-gallon bucket that covers, 300 square feet per gallon. You could paint it on, and then highway department come in and do the lettering, the striping afterwards, right? Because you can just buy the stencil for $100, compared to $24,000 for.
It was that much it cost.
To me, it's like I'm stuck on that price.
So what happened originally was we got a price to do this, right? And I think the price on this etching on the top was $4,400. And so we Luann actually got a grant to do the concrete that's out there. And a lot of the work, and the highway, of course, did a lot of the work to get it to the point where it's at. But the gentleman who had quoted us, then he's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna paint it, it's not gonna sit. It's been a process, and we've been trying to find someone to finish this now for some time. And then we were able to track down these people, Luann, with the system. But everybody that we got prices from said, look, you didn't seal it, it doesn't have a vapor barrier, it's gonna crack, it's not gonna last, we can't do it. So I think the system is the way to go, and that, you'll see on the agenda, the next topic is the ARPA money, because we had put ARPA money away to do the original, to finish it originally, so there's some ARPA funding.
That's great.
There's actually a little bit extra ARPA funding that I can put towards this. There's probably half of it, I can pay for it out of ARPA, and then I wanted permission to take the other half out of the Parks and Recs, maintenance article
Is that
we
well
use.
funded right now?
Yeah, that has the $175,000 in it.
Okay.
So I know it sounds like it would be an easy thing to paint, but I don't think it is, and that's why I think originally that's what was gonna happen, and then everyone's like, oh, forget it, I can't do that. And I think it has to be first roughed up, they have to take that smooth finish off, so they first have to like grade it, and then they have to put some kind of a seal to it because of the not having a vapor barrier, and then painting it. So it's not as simple as just painting it. Those lines are actually etched into the concrete. And so, yeah, we've been looking at options, and unfortunately, it's not just have them go out and paint it, because we would have done that already, but,
It's the Portuguese in me that,
No, but she
Hard
wanted
to
to do a
spend
little
money,
bit
you
more
know?
depth, but that's why I brought up the whole idea with the cracking and stuff, like, we're gonna send people out there, we're gonna do it, and then it's gonna not look the best. I mean,
I will say the good news is that gets used all the time. Every time I drive by there, there's kids out there playing basketball, not pickleball yet, but they're out there utilizing it. So I like that. I like the fact that we didn't just waste money out there. They're using it without striping, without anything. They're shooting hoops and they're out there utilizing that. I think they might have utilized it for Zumba and yoga too this summer, when we had those free programs going on. It's a nice platform for that too. So at least if it's being utilized.
Yeah. And can we do it? Because since we do have the basketball hoop set up there, but it's set up for pickleball, can we do it so it has both lines,
Yeah.
right? For the-
you can.
Yep, so we have like some samples of, this is before in Brockton, this is after.
That's sweet.
This is before in Chelsea and after.
Way nicer. And like colors, right?
And it's
We'll have to decide
Katuitt.
that, right?
That's right.
So it's a little bit of a learning curve for us, but I think like I said, we've got some ARPA funding, and I think it'll get utilized.
It's before.
If it's there to use, let's use it.
Yeah.
and people are using it, right? And that was in my talk with Debbie about this, is people are using it. So we're not just throwing money at something to throw money at it.
My son and I use it.
It's-
We go down.
I've used it.
And then well, theoretically, the only other thing might be is putting some fencing up on two sides, right? But then beyond that, it's done, it's there, it's gonna be the best it's gonna be as far as where it is, because to your point is if we have any flooding or if it's gonna crack. But I mean, I don't think it floods up to that area that often,
Oh,
so
mostly where the
that's
swings
pretty
are.
high, but, well, it's on the side of the river, so water can definitely get up there.
And it's like plastic, though, right? I mean, so,
Yeah,
Let's get some
Yeah,
poly.
that's the Boys and Girls Club in Taunton, I believe.
yeah.
This
In
is
the back- in
the
the back,
before of that one, and then that's the after.
But they have to be drilled down, but that's your original question, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I
They don't
can't-
move and you can't take them up. I asked, can you steal them? And they
Yeah,
said
that's
no.
the
You know,
first
I was
thing.
like, so I'm gonna walk away with a
Right.
piece of the court.
You know, it'd be amazing what people want to steal these days, so absolutely, that's a
Yeah.
concern.
And it has built-in like drainage
Yeah.
and whatnot with it. The specs there was a flyer with all
Yeah,
the
I see that.
specs.
I see that. I see the permeated barrier.
Shock absorption, all different kinds of information.
Cool.
And
This was actually cheaper, their estimate, than painting
Really?
by like $800. But
Wow.
And I do have, I did get a quote for the fencing on the end, just waiting for the right funding source. I'm not there. I figure each end, if we can put some fencing up so that we don't have basketballs and pickleballs going everywhere. At some point, the whole thing might want to be fenced in, but of course, we have to wait for funding, right? I don't want to spend all the money on fencing right now. We'll see how it gets
Yeah,
utilized.
I only brought that up because I used the words finished, and I don't want anyone to assume that I meant like, and then all of a sudden, 6 months from now, we're back here talking about putting fencing up around it, and these
Right.
guys are gonna be like, I thought you said we were all done,
Might be
Right.
talking
So-
about putting another one in if it does what I think it's gonna do.
A couple of people told me that the biggest issue you're gonna have is once you have one up, you're gonna need a second one.
Yeah, you get a league going, and then Freetown League kicks up, and
Yeah,
we're
that
gonna
would be
need another
cool.
thing.
Not that I've ever played, but I wouldn't mind learning.
Yeah,
And
You will
the
love it.
company that we did get the quote for the flooring one, if you do that, they are on a collaborative list, so.
Oh, great.
They're on Sourcewell.
So we don't have to go out for bid, although we've been
So we don't
trying
have
to
to
get
do it
prices
again.
anyways, so,
Right.
yeah.
All right, cool.
yeah. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
No, I'm all for it, and of course, my challenge goes out to all of you. Let's do it. Show the public we can do it.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to go with the flooring system to finish the pickleball/basketball court at Hathaway Park.
I'll make that motion.
A second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda item 16, discussion and vote to approve the funding source for the finishing of the pickleball/basketball court at Hathaway Park. So Debbie just alluded, obviously, we have some ARPA funds.
I would say half ARPA and half from the article for parks,
Okay,
so.
so do I need to call out an amount on each one of those
well,
with the
just-
amount?
just
or
half and half, just so
Just
you
say
know.
50/50, okay.
I'll let you know if something changes.
Okay.
I might have a little more ARPA than that, so I might be able to skew it a little bit more towards the ARPA, but I need to get with Matt first.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The more the merrier from that
Absolutely.
side. All right, so with that, I will entertain a motion to approve the funding sources be half ARPA, half Parks and Rec, for finishing of the pickleball/basketball court at Hathaway Park.
I'll make that motion.
A second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. So, moving on, anything from the town administrator?
Oh, we're all good. The fire station, as you know, had the open house yesterday with their buildings 95 or 98% complete. So that was very exciting. Thanks to the Senator Rodrick, who started us off with seed money for that project a few years ago, maybe now. And here we are with the real live building built, and I believe everybody's happy with it. So that's exciting. Other than that, we're just moving on with working, of course, on MBTA communities, trying to get that prepared for January's town meeting. But it's kind of a little bit of a quieter time for us.
It's like nice, we actually got two things done this year, right? Like the pod
Pod is done, yeah.
Odds done.
and like for the COA, and then the fire station being done, like a lot of times it feels like these things are never gonna be finished because they just, like, it takes so long, and to actually see them complete is really nice, so.
We're working on siding Fire Station 2 over on County Road, because that one's, needs a little bit of love over there, so we actually met some contractors, Carl's heading that off to get that all vinyl sided and get the soffits wrapped and everything, so that building will look good. I think my next step over there might be the parking lot, but I'm not sure where the funding will come from right now, so I'm gonna hold off on that. And as you saw the bid stuff for tonight for the parking lot for the Seaway. So we're gonna go through a little bit of growing pains again over there. We're digging up the parking lot, but it needs to be done. The parking lot is a little chaotic right now, and with the wonderful programming that Rebecca and her team is doing over there, her events are full.
Yeah.
And the parking is a little difficult, and it's not ADA compliant. And so we're going to expand the parking and make it as much parking as possible, because also the food pantry will utilize it sometimes on a Tuesday night, and sometimes the ball fields about right up to the back of the COA. I don't know that everybody's aware of that. And so when they're having big tournaments and the COA is closed on the weekends, they will be able to use that parking area. So it's a win-win for us, just because of the location of it. So, but it's a little bit of, it's gonna be messy. We're gonna do it in phases. Of course, we're getting into that weather, where we're gonna have muck and mud, but we'll get through it. And the Lulu lift on the senior center, we put the foundation in for that so that it would be done before the parking lot got done. So we're waiting to hear on the grant, if we get a grant to do the Lulu lift. If not, we voted at town meeting to have the funding to build the Lulu lift, which is like a mini elevator for people to get up to the second floor, because the COA is not,
Is that a state grant or a federal grant?
it's a state grant.
Is it subject to,
I think.
The MBTA?
They haven't said, right, they haven't told us, but, we don't know.
Never know.
But just speaking of that, we have multiple federal grants. We just saw today that there's a pause on all federal money too.
yep,
So I don't know if that affects our bridge, which is grant money, that we're working on. That's $500,000 for design of the bridge, but I'm gonna say, I hope not. And then we also got $1 million for expanding the water system. That one is so new that I think that's the one that will most likely get paused and pulled back. So I think that's where we're at in our office. I don't know, it's a little bit, like I said, we're on pace. We're not as overwhelmed as we were there for a little bit.
yep.
But always working on more projects, the library and the COA building, I'm sure that stuff will start coming together now that we are moving forward with that.
Yep, that's gonna be a whole nother layer, bunch of decisions to be made, let's put it that way.
And actually, coming up, the land, we're gonna have to have some more discussions about the land and purchasing the land.
Okay,
So that'll be coming up on one of the next agendas, I'm not sure.
okay. All right, public input, you guys have anything?
I think you need a new basketball hoop. You're gonna redo the ground level. If you look at the other photos, everything is in pristine condition, so you'll make the ground look nice, and the basketball hoop itself is,
The one down in Assonet?
the one that you had, if that's the same one. with the
No,
ground-
those are
Those are
just,
just samples.
we
I
have,
thought
we
that
have,
was
say
one
we
of
just-
your-
no, we have a
your
brand
hoops,
new
I'm
one.
We just put a brand new one in Hathaway.
Yeah.
so
I was
it's
gonna
like-
say that-
But we do
that
have a
could go.
basketball court right here that we do need those 4 hoops updated and looked at. So this is almost like a prerequisite, looking at the systems for the flooring, that's needed right up the road here. So something to look at as well down the road, so.
Yeah,
Oh, that one
Is
seems to-
there no one in town that would contribute when you're looking for a parking lot to be paved? You must have pavers in town?
yep.
No one wants to just donate something? Does anyone ask if they'll donate the time and materials?
I mean, it's $350,000. It's a big parking lot, so I think it would be a lot to ask one of these contractors to donate. We put it out to bid, that's what we have to do for public procurement, but,
I mean, I do, I know what you're saying there, like, I think there is opportunities, like, for us to, just get, like, sponsorships and things, put your name on the sign, but some of those things do get kind of messy, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the mechanism really for us would be to go out and ask for folks to donate, right, for something of that nature, right? We could post it, using all of our, but I'm not sure how.
yeah.
Sir, could you just state your name for the
Yeah,
record?
sorry, I'm bad at that. I'm supposed to ask you to state your name for the record.
Stephen Cesari, we connected on social media and LinkedIn. I'm running for the 8th Bristol District.
Okay,
Okay.
nice.
So I live in Westport.
Yeah.
This is my first meeting here, and I went to one in Westport, so it's pretty unique. I've seen some stuff online, and they're very well organized here compared to what I saw in Westport. Just the building setup is just very nice, so.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
I think the ideas I have for a business that I run is that most people don't connect with the community and ask people to donate. Everyone's trying to get funds from here, there, and everywhere. So I think there's plenty of people in the community that just need to be asked.
Yep.
Because they're not going to step forward. And people know people. So even though $350,000 sounds like a lot, you have a lot of smaller projects that people could probably donate to. And then you take your money for the larger project that someone's not willing to go all in on.
yeah. No, I think there's something there too. I've like been always kind of curious about that. Like if there was a wish list that we could be like put out, and then, in turn, I think you'd get your like say, if it's Joe's Concrete Company, whatever, like, they would get lifetime advertising on that. But there have to be agreements in place, right? Because that's when things get messy. But yeah, like I do think that that's something we should look into for sure.
Yeah, it's a good call out to try. It's just figuring out the mechanism as to how we do it without breaking.
The lawyers always, make things
Yeah.
messy.
Yes. That's why I'm thinking instantly where my head
Well, and there's
goes.
always the look of impropriety, right? Like, okay, Joe's Concrete, he only gets a permit because he
Yeah.
It's ugly with the town
There's always
sometimes.
something.
Yeah, no, I know, those are the messy
But
things.
local businesses do donate quite a bit to the local sports leagues, from baseball, soccer, football. They do have signs. They do contribute materials such as, like Cape Cod Aggregate. They donate the stone dust and all the other raw materials for the baseball fields, things like that.
Yeah.
That is on town property, at least to the baseball fields, into the softball and everything else.
Yeah, and like CareR does a lot of things, Borges does a lot of things, like they do there's lots of, they help out when they can,
Sports fields, right? But Stop and Shop is always
Stop and
great
Shop
for
does a
us.
ton of
Great
food
job.
for us, because we have our food pantry, which serves, not just Freetown, but it's regional. And Stop and Shop, them being located in Sonnet for their distribution center, they donate a ton of food. So does Amazon, and a lot of other folks too, but
Yeah, so we do we do get a lot of donations that way. I think like Stop and Shop helps us a lot with a lot of things. They put on a cookout. They also give us T-shirts and stuff for our,
the green,
the cleanup day, Earth Day.
yeah.
Yeah, so we do get the donations from the smaller XL, helped out with the ball
Yep,
fields.
absolutely.
And different things. So they are donating, but I think for us, with the ball fields and all of the kids that come to play ball here, the town provides the fields, but we don't provide any funding, and we don't charge anything either. So the donations, a lot of them will go towards that and the food pantry, which are great things for our town residents. However, so we are getting donations, just we're not asking for $200,000 from one person,
Well, it can be from a number of people.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the wish list idea is good if you start to fund certain things and you can see who's donating. Some people would just say anonymous.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And not everyone's looking for their name on a sign.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
I hear you.
A quick question on your bids.
Yeah.
When you're getting 2 bids, which is one more than the typical bid, you're getting 1 bid from a source. Is there anything in their clauses when something goes wrong that they're warranting something? If they don't perform on time, that they're actually going to be penalized?
So, I mean, I can't, yeah,
Yeah, so the contracts will have the condition, like if they don't finish on a certain time, that, depending on the contract and the size of the contract, today we have a few different ones, but, that they have to pay a certain dollar figure, $1,500 a day, past certain days. Obviously, everything needs to be warranted probably for, usually around a year. But yeah, we have a contract that's created by town council. We fill it out, we finish it, and then town council vets it. So everything is under contract.
To that point, though, I think there is a bit of a broken system just in general, right? Where, a lot of times we legally have to take the low bid, right,
Yes.
in most circumstances. And then there's change orders, right? Which unfortunately, those are the rules that we have to play by. But, the incentives are not always in the right place, right? For someone to come in with a low bid and then change order us to death. And it's kind of a,
And then the high bid.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have some discretion in certain things, like, for example, for trash services, we're exempt, or we didn't have to go with the low bid. And, we went with actually a higher bid on that because it was a local company that, and that was a big controversial decision we made. I think it was the right decision still. But yeah, so.
100%.
Yeah, it depends on what it is, but yeah, they're sometimes you gotta take the low bid, and you if we get more than one bid, but just a lot of times we don't, so.
It's the public procurement laws, and it's
40B
It actually hurts at 30B, and it
30B.
actually hurts small towns like ours, I think, because I can
Sounds
tell
like a
you,
law change.
you're trying to change
I'll
some
help
of
draft
it
it.
up there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
trying to change it. But just for instance, we had to put a boiler in the fire station. A local person gave us a bid of $15,000 to replace the boiler. And then I had to put it out to bid because it was over $10,000, and it came in at $29,500. And that local person didn't even bid because they didn't understand prevailing wage and all of the paperwork that they needed to do. They were like, small company. So we end up paying double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which if there's, exemptions for like local businesses, I think that's something that should be,
Yeah,
taken,
definitely.
like, because then it's reinvesting in your own community, like, that makes a lot of sense to me, but.
And I find that the local businesses do 110% because it's their town.
Yeah.
And they don't want their name out there. So I find they work above and beyond.
Absolutely.
So it's not good, which, there is legislature in front of the governor to change some of the procurement laws, but it was been there for a couple of years. It got passed over last year, so hopefully this year she'll sign the bill changing we have a higher threshold that before we have to go out to,
Because right now it's
bid.
10,000, right?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
you can't change a light bulb for 10,000, like,
It's
unfortunately.
been 10,000 for years, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to go up to 100,000.
Yeah, which would make more sense, I think.
Agreed.
All right. Anything else? Oh, we got to sign, so.
Sign
we'll
away.
have to stay in open session while we sign. That would have been a tough one. Good old open meeting law.
All three are COA.
Just me?
Parking. Nope.
COA?
Everybody.
Oh, actually, we didn't ask that question. When will the COA parking lot begin? Will it be the fall, the spring? Are we
I
waiting?
think it's gonna start pretty soon.
Let's do it. I'm excited for that, because I would love to get it ready for springtime.
I think it's gonna be ready for spring.
Right. And the same thing with the basketball courts, the pickleball court. Did he give us a time frame as far as materials and everything else?
Lynn has been in charge of that. Did they say when they could start that? I don't know.
I didn't really have too much
We didn't
discussion with
really-
the flooring guy, because I didn't know which way we were going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Just,
find out.
just the top
That
one?
is just you, yeah.
Just me.
Makes sense.
Vehicle use, make the changes, I wrote them out. and I-
Okay, cool.
Did you figure out what I was doing?
I think some of it I'll sit with you before.
Yeah.
I lock it down, GPS policy,
It's section 10 and 19.
conduct energy. Security camera. Two snow plows.
Yeah, 10-foot plows. That's pretty good. Good start.
Why do we have to do winter?
I know. Trust me.
Is your minimum 8 or 9?
We have 8, 9, 10. So, and every year we kind of raise that price every year, because let's face it, we're all competing for the same resources across towns. Luckily, over the years, we haven't had much snow, right? Depending on how you look at it, you either love it or hate it, right? I hate it because I love snow. But it saved quite a bit of money as far as the budget and everything else. But now you look at it as far as plows and the way the system works with the state and local governments, you have to have every insurance known to man to be able to plow for the town. So that's a burden on the plow drivers. So the price keeps going up every year.
And one last note, we have new heat in the town hall. So we
nice.
will not have no heat days this winter.
Listen,
exciting.
Town hall has come a long way. We've changed the windows for energy efficiencies. We got handicap everything, new bathrooms, heating, cooling systems. It's up to date, and I'm so excited for the people that work there. So,
Well, last year was
200 years in the making. It's there. So I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, so that is another thing that we have done this year, and that is done.
That's awesome.
Thanks
I
to
forgot about
Carl. I
that.
have to say that was more Carl than me, but
Yep. That's
Carl's
great.
been doing a lot of
You're
this.
still part of the process, so thank you all.
Yeah. All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.